The E in E-number does not stand for evil, but for European. Defined by Oxford Learner's Dictionary, an E-number is a code number preceded by the letter E, denoting food additives numbered in accordance with EU directives. We use E-numbers to identify food, cosmetic, and pharmaceutical additives that are acceptable to use in the European Union. There are currently over 1,500 E-numbers, and they are broken down into categories such as food colourants, preservatives, antioxidants, emulsifiers, flavourings, etc. Some common E-numbers that you may recognise are E162, beetroot, used as a natural red food colour, or even E901, which is beeswax, which can be used as a natural polymer and coating. However, when discussing E-numbers with halal consumers in mind, we must remember that overall safety doesn't necessarily equate to halal compliance. This can make things a bit more complicated, and when you see the list of potentially risky E-numbers, you'll see why. Let's start with the E-number E570, which is stearic acid. Stearic acid and stearates are commercially sourced from plants, which is great, but we cannot rule out potential sources from animals, such as pork or beef, which is not slaughtered in Islamic way. Stearic acid being sourced from pork would be haram, and being sourced from beef may call for further investigation of the origins of the beef in order to ensure halal integrity. Thinking this is complex? Let's have a look at E1510, which is ethanol, more commonly known as alcohol. A topic of debate within the Muslim community, alcohol can cause confusion when used as an additive. As an intoxicant capable of altering your mental state, alcohol or ethanol is not permissible under Islamic law. It sounds simple enough, but what happens when substances like grape-derived vinegar containing 1% of residual alcohol or ethanol? The ruling depends on local halal standards within a country. Products with 1% of ethanol are acceptable by GCC accreditation standards, but that number may be different depending on where you're locally located globally. For more detailed information on ethanol and halal, read our blog on Is Alcohol Halal? Stearates and ethanol aren't the only dubious E-numbers. Here are some other additives with dubious origin for halal consumers to look for: phosphates, alcohol, gelatin, emulsifiers, enzymes, antioxidants, fats and oils, colorants, flavors, whey, and amino acids. Despite the obstacle that we may face when deciding which E-numbers are acceptable for halal consumers, halal certification bodies need to prioritize traceability and product origins. Obtaining signed proof from manufacturers about the origins of certain E-numbers, and in some instances, carrying out ad hoc DNA testing in specialist laboratories, is how a halal certification body ensures that a potentially doubtful additive is actually halal compliant. Please read the disclaimer below.